Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and Dead Doll 00, the Canadian Catwoman. I am Speed Yard, and this is Arkham Asylum. We find ourselves once more in search of Dr. Young's notes and the Titan formula, and we must get to them before the Joker can place his grimy gloves on them to the ends of his own nefarious ne'er-dwelling. But first, an inconspicuous umbrella in a case. Or is it? Actually, it is. However, the case just over to the left holds the infamous custom weapons and accoutrements of that gentleman criminal, the Penguin. Penguins? Umbrellas? I don't get the connection. Comic book writers can come up with some pretty strange things, but that's why we love them.
She looked scared. Maybe she knew what was coming.
Maybe.
They know where Dr. Young is. Let's go beat them senseless. If you ever wonder why Batman beats guys like this up instead of interrogating them, the answer is that they are in fact so stupid that questioning them would actually set the investigation back a few steps. As it says on the big poster framed on my wall, evil is dumb.
Welcome to the Arkham Library. History is so important. But a murder here, a murder there. It's enough to drive anyone crazy!
Well, we're pulling off an excellent combo here. If you pay attention, you'll notice that when a combo fails, it is usually because I mistimed a punch, trying to attack when a thug was already down, or thinking I would be able to get out of the way of an incoming punch without countering.
Congratulations! Take a stroll downstairs and save the helpless hostages.
That's one of the big truths of good and evil. Good men hold themselves to a standard. They follow ideals, and that means they can be predicted. Ah, this is my favorite upgrade. By pressing triangle and circle together, we can instantly take down a thug. Once we've built up our multiplier, of course. This will be indispensable in future altercations.
Oh, leaving the party so soon? What about the other guests? They'll just die if you don't turn up and save the day.
Like I said, Joker knows what we'll do. He's toying with us, herding Batman down a path of his own twisted devising.
Oh, how frustrating. Thought it was going to be easy, didn't you? As tonight I'll show nothing.
How much I hate you, for one thing.
In 2 minutes, the room will fill with happy gas. The audience will be in fits of ecstasy, and then die.
Black humor is a big part of the Joker's appeal, and they did a great job with it here. The dialogue is excellent, and I can't help but wonder if Hamill enjoyed being able to say things he couldn't have on the kids' show. It's simultaneously funny, chilling, motivating, and continues to reinforce the characters and their actions. That's some good storytelling, and it never lets up.
I'm getting bored already. I should just press the button. Only joking.
You see, Joker is reinforced as a threat, and the dialogue underscores Batman's actions. We're constantly reminded of who these characters are in a way that is natural, essential even. This I love. Batman is such a perfect martial artist, so absolutely aware and in control of himself that he is ready even for...
Thank you, Batman. Are they all gone?
Yes, you're safe. What happened?
It all happened so fast. Some patients broke in, began tearing up the place, like they were looking for something. Bill here fought back, but there were too many. They took Dr. Young. She rushed in here and they followed.
I'm sorry. When I came to, we were all tied up. Doc Young was gone.
Without a clue, we won't be able to find where Young hid her notes. We'll need to check her office, back where we rescued Cash, boy I hope he's okay, and see if we can find some kind of a lead, something that will direct us to the notes.
Hello? Hello? Someone please respond.
Everyone calm yourselves. Cash is okay. The one cool NPC is alright. That being the case, we'll leave things here in his capable hand, and make our way to Young's office.
Going after the notes yourself, eh, Bats?
You're going to do that all night, aren't you?
I've got a crew working on the doctor as I speak. They'll squeeze the formula out of us.
Well, we'll have to see what I can squeeze out of them.
Mention the army of clowns ripping this place apart. One way or another, the formula Why don't you just go on over and die for
And this, an abandoned prison cell it would appear, belonging to none other than Amadeus Arkham, the spirit of Arkham himself. Lo, behold, ceiling grates of adult weight-bearing capacity, and yonder an air duct awaits, open and beckoning. Truly the beneficent cabal of architects smiles upon us in their wisdom.
10 minutes ago.
You can be the one to tell him. I'm not gonna.
It'll be open any second. Damn it! He's here!
As I mentioned earlier, a beautiful, flawless combo is ruined because I made to punch an enemy already on the ground. I want to take full responsibility for that. My fault, not Batman's.
Joker's thugs were trying to get into that office.
It looks like they couldn't get through the main door. Got to find a different way in.
I appreciate your coolness and professionalism regarding this matter, Batman. Ah, but here, a corpse with a tag labeled Ra's al Ghul. This is an Easter egg implying that this stiff is none other than the demon's head himself, Ra's al Ghul. Not to be confused with the demon Etrigan or the immortal Vandal Savage, Ra's al Ghul is head of the League of Assassins, as you may know from the Christopher Nolan movies, an eco-terrorist of sorts who wants to purify the world. He also uses pits of magic water to live for centuries. Young's office. We'll find what we need here.
Someone has already got to the safe. The only question now is, who opened it? No sign of forced entry. Whoever opened it knew the combination. Let's see.
Good. Dr. Young got to her notes before Joker. She's taken them to hide somewhere. I need to follow her and find out where she put them.
The Black Mask of Black Mask. Roman Sionis burned his parents to death in a fire he started. Inheriting their wealth and holdings, he drove their company into the ground, saved only by a buyout from Bruce Wayne. He carved the mask he wears from his father's ebony coffin, and it was eventually fused to the face of this notorious crime boss. It's strange how frequently parental themes crop up in Batman's enemies. Resentment, abuse, patricide. I've noticed many of his foes seem to have been shaped in large part by their parents or their feelings towards them. Aha, the safe! We should have thought of that sooner.
Oracle, I'm on Dr. Young's trail. I've had to calibrate the scanner to only show recent prints. If I follow these, I will find her or the notes.
I hope it works. Just so you know, the GCPD found one of Joker's bombs downtown. It was full of marzipan and kittens.
As I thought, it's just a twisted diversion. The real action's on Arkham.
Marzipan kitten bombs. Of all the things I have encountered this night, marzipan kitten bombs.
Joker was right. Over there!
This is for the kittens!
Waste him!
This is for you, Mr. Fluffles.
Pulverize you!
You crossed a line today.
Patient interview 6. Dr. Crane has been back in custody for 3 weeks.
Batman will be okay, but I need a moment.
I'm not sure.
You two go on without me. Okay, I'm here. Now that we have Dr. Young's fingerprints, it will take no time at all for us to locate her notes and dispose of them.
Oracle, I found Dr. Young's formula.
Great. So does that mean you've stopped Joker?
It's never this simple with him.
What's that you've got there, Max? No, not the formula. What am I going to do?
One of the great questions Batman poses is, how does someone become a man like this? Because it's not just his wealth or resources or even his training or skills that make him the Dark Knight. It's something within, something inside him. A consuming drive, a single-minded focus and strength of will, purpose, and thought that few people come anything close to. But where does that come from? What could happen to shape a soul in such a way and set it on such a path?
I can't believe you insisted on sitting through that movie again, Bruce. Come on, we'll be late for Alfred.
I'm sorry, Daddy. Go easy on him, Tom. He loved it so. Alfred will wait. Keep up, Bruce. Where are you taking us?
We can cut through here.
But it's starting to rain. Bruce is tired. Can't we just wait for him here?
Come on, keep up. We're nearly there. Please, there's no need for this.
Stay where you are.
I'll give you whatever you want.
Tom! Oh God, Tom!
Be quiet, lady. Just shut up.
Stay away from me! Run!
Come on, kid, this way. Take a seat in my office.
Is he okay?
He'll be fine. A kid like that with all that money, he'll be just fine.
Shut up, now. He's 8 years old and all alone. Money won't fix that.
Whatever you say, Gordon. His butler's on his way to pick him up. You hear that? He's got a butler.
I'm sorry about that. I just need to ask you some questions. Can I get you anything? You okay? I know you don't feel like answering me, but it's the only way to catch who did this.
Why did you do it, officer? Why?
I don't know. This city. There's something wrong with it. And listen, son. Call me Jim.
Unimaginable loss and trauma, innocence shattered, evil prevailing over good, injustice. Many are broken when they face these things. Some turn to evil themselves, and some become Batman.
What are you doing about that?
Batman's origin story is one of the best of any comic book hero, and I think it's much of why he has endured as a character. It's an elemental story. It touches on themes that will always be relevant and compelling. Childhood and the loss of innocence, the love of one's parents and the need for their love, trauma and suffering, anger and confusion, the need for justice, and the desire for revenge. Bruce Wayne began his life in a truly enviable position. He was born into great wealth. He would have had the best of everything. And yet, at the same time, he was blessed to have genuinely good people for parents. His father, Thomas Wayne, for instance, is described as practicing medicine out of a desire to help others, certainly not because he needed the money. His mother is depicted as a truly kind and loving woman who took an active interest in him. It's certainly not the story you usually find around the rich boy. He was born into a safe, perfect world in the middle of a corrupt city, and out of nowhere he suddenly found everything taken from him. That world shattered. And it's a grim truth that this is a situation that actually happens. In the real world, there is all too much loss and suffering, and many people are wounded, some might even say maimed by it every day. People are forced into situations where they feel powerless, helpless.
Everything you see is under my control.
They may have lived in a bubble of safety and love, only to find it destroyed from without. or eroded by the simple passage of time. I think that's why we love Batman. It's not just the fact that he's so hyper-competent and cool, that he knows all the martial arts, and he has a utility belt full of incredible gadgets, that he can face down thugs in the street or things we can't even imagine. It's the fact that he encountered evil, injustice, and he chose to defy it. I think he represents much of what we would like to be in that regard alone, besides all his other aspects. All heroes represent this desire, but I think superheroes do it particularly well. This desire to face what is wrong with the world with power, efficacy, and unyielding determination. And among superheroes, Batman is notable in that he has no superpowers, only what he gained through his own effort. In the introduction to the greatest Batman stories ever told, Dick Giordano explained that one of the things that sets Batman apart is that while you knew you could never be Superman with his inborn Kryptonian powers, you knew that maybe if you worked and trained, you could be Batman. And as I mentioned earlier, there's a thread of science fiction in Batman, where all his gadgets and tools have a vaguely plausible quality. Batman feels like he could be real. He feels possible, and not only because his stories and abilities generally stay away from the overtly fantastic, unlike other superheroes. Batman feels possible, relatable in his motivations, in his reasons for being what he is. But though it's clear what motivated him to become what he is, in many ways another question remains open. What is he exactly? What happened in the mind and soul of a young boy years ago? What did he become? What is Batman?
Has anyone seen the bat? Come on! Someone must have seen where he went. Big scary man. Where's the cape? Just out the shadows. Anyone? No? Good.
I think they should be able to guess where we are now, though. Finding fun and compelling ways to move through the environment is always an important problem in a 3D game, and using the Batman Begins gliding cape to solve that problem was a great idea. Besides gliding everywhere, it just looks cool to stop at the end of a long fall with a flare of the cape, striking a cool bat pose. Yeah, you think I'm joking when I call these guys dumb, don't you? Alright, Batman, it's just you. What? I totally didn't expect Batman to do this.
Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you, listening to Zaz make the good doctor scream while you played around in Scarecrow's world. How was it this time? Learn anything about yourself? Oh, tell me. Put up a seat. Talk to me.
Stay where you are, Batman. Listen to me carefully.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Come any closer, and I'll paint the room crimson with her blood. I know you're still out there. Won't be long and you'll hear her final song.
Zaz, what are you talking about?
By the way, that was Catwoman's mask and night vision goggles in that case, specifically the version designed by Jim Lee.
You monster! You evil, evil, evil monster!
He's not going anywhere. You can stop now.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I saw Bane.
I know. Joker threatened me. I wanted to stop the experiment. I tried to give him his money back.
Joker doesn't take no for an answer.
He wants an army, a horrible twisted force to destroy Gotham, but he couldn't do it without the formula. I hid it, but...
So now he has Venom and your formula.
God, he has gallons of the stuff. There's a lab, hidden in the gardens. It's locked off, but the security key codes for the entire island are in the warden's safe.
What else is Joker planning?
How should I know? You think anything he says makes sense? I think he's insane. Oh my God!
Get out of the way!
Poor Chucky talking about squealers.
Somebody help me!
That old loony actually thinks he runs this place. Talk about crazy. Well, bad places to go. Get it, boys. If he gets up, knock him down, but not too rough. Mr. J needs him at the party.
Notice that we deal with stun guns as we do with knives. Jump over the guy to send him stumbling, and then punch him in the back. And once we punch this guy, we'll be able to use our instant takedown. We could have used a counter though, but in larger fights, the instant takedown will be essential for gaining some breathing room in the midst of battle. Generally, the engine and the camera work together to keep people from attacking you from angles you can't see, which is smart, but occasionally the camera will turn suddenly like that.
Oracle, Dr. Young is dead. Have you figured out a way past these security gates? Before she died, she told me there's a production plant hidden somewhere in the gardens.
The Wayne Tech security protocols seem to be hack-proof. Lucius did a good job. It's a two-part biometric sequence apparently generated by the Warden using a code sequencer.
And destroyed by Joker in the safe explosion. Harley Quinn has the Warden, and he's the only chance we have to get past these gates.
Okay, good luck.
Isn't it conspicuous how that cane points this way? Anyway, have you ever thought it a shame that modern games don't seem to include secret Easter eggs the way they used to? Genuinely secret things no one knows about? Well then, just a moment please. Behold, one of the single greatest video game Easter eggs ever included. No one knew about this. This was in the original game. It was not added in some sort of DLC or something like that. This was hidden in the game and no one knew about it. And what is it? It is an Easter egg pointing at the second game. No one knew this was here. That is actually a map of Arkham City, which had not even been announced yet. But there it is. It's in the game. There's concept art for it. No one knew this was here and they hid it. This is brilliant. And I am so impressed at how they did this. They hid it in such a way you would never have thought to look for it, never have suspected it was there, and that's just incredible. But now that we have unveiled that mystery, let us pass the Warden's ego and go into the rest of this long night.